strong outing. It's an opportunity for them to play in a heated matchup like this, to play your best basketball. These are the games, guys, that show how well you match up against the other great teams in the league.
And they've cemented their status over the course of this season as one of the truly elite teams in the NBA. They've done everything we've expected of them.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. The bar has been set very high, and they've done it to themselves. Yet, for all the success that they've had, it'll be quickly forgotten if they don't make a deep playoff run.
Now, Golden State's starting five. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan, to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop. I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A-game rolling tonight.
And Doris Burke spoke with Steve Kerr. Doris?
He said that they will be focusing a lot of their defensive effort into slowing down Carmelo Anthony. I asked him for specifics, and he said, Melo is such a dynamic player, there really isn't any single thing we'll do that will be the answer. Instead, we're just going to throw everything we have at him and see how he handles it. Guys?
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And stolen by Freak. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Freak after the miss from Stephen Curry. And that one's good. Freak.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
To stop the run, here's Bogut. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up. Bogut's got his first basket of the night.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And stolen by Freak. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Thompson outside. Nobody near Barnes. And it's off from three-point range. The Knicks leading by 10. Here's Freak. Shot is off. Great D that time from Curry. Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Thompson with it, now guarded by Alfaro. Goes up on the wing, and it's good. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And that one's good. Freak.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City Dancers. Come on and give it up.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey guys, well, Kurt Rambis had some advice for the team in that last break. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach wants to get him involved early so he can establish a strong presence at that end of the floor and provide them with a well-balanced offensive attack. Another part of what he said to them centered on his desire to see them shooting the ball every opportunity that presents itself. He said, fire away, guys. You've got the green light. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks again, Doris. Now here's Freak. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
To the left side wing. New York moving it around. They get the rebound. Sanders. And he uses the glass on the layup. Sanders has got his first 2 points.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
There's Freak. And that one's good. Freak's got 26 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Curry's shot is off.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
With his first shot attempt, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Aflalo's got his first 2 points of the night. Unloads from 13. Again, Curry missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Tries it from 19. And there it is again. Nice make there from Freak. 28 points for him.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
And that one's good, Barnes.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Curry with a wide open look. Curry with another miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Freak. And again, New York with the triple.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point, defensively, you have to take something away.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Knicks?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And while we have a moment, let's find out which point guards have had the best month from the charity stripe. Freak, number 1. Second, Stephen Curry.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the D from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
Yeah, because of their shooting ability, they get a little more space than the average point guard. Maybe they'll miss a shot from the floor, but if you send them to the line, those points are almost guaranteed.
Pass to Looney, 6 to shoot. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness. They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Pushing it up. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Freak. And the Knicks lead by 21.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And that one's good. And that's now 6 points for Steph Curry.
That feed by Eagle Dollar, a really good example of his passing ability.
And Freak throws it down.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Golden State's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
Hill, he's checked in for Anthony. The Warriors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Here's Freak, and there's another one for the Knicks.
These guys putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Tipped away, and here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. New York ahead, just dominating this one. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
He's going to make some shots.
Not to disagree, but don't you have to let that affect your game a little bit, Greg? I mean, don't you have to plan for those shots and try not to let Freak get to the free throw line as often as he does and as part of your plan?
You know, Kevin, easier said than done. What's that great expression? Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Right. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive guys on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in at the small forward. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Freak. Freak's got 6 assists in the game.
30.
For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against the Suns.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Well, you're right. I mean, there were a lot of turnovers in that game, some caused by their good defensive play, but some were just carelessness.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns played some outstanding basketball. He finished with an incredible amount of points, and the points were just the start of it. He joined an elite few by walking away with a quadruple double. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
From the arc, the Warriors pull it in. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
No, it's certainly not going to be your night shooting that poorly. And so often when that happens to a team, it's hard to get out of that funk once you get into it.
From 17 feet out, and it's off the back rim, no good. And stolen by Freak. And Williams with the... Oh! That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what? That man can climb a ladder.
Here's Henderson. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Henderson's got 8 points.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Hill against Barnes. Thompson from long range, and he gets it to go.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him. What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Curry gets the bucket. He's got 12. For New York, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Williams kicks the Freak. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Here's Williams. That's his 4th basket of the game and his